welcome to our video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a texture pack that randomizes mobs' textures and also does some other cool stuff. For example, making a mob's texture change based on the name they have and giving mobs textures based on what biome they spawn in. And also, this video is actually an upgrade to a video that I did some time ago. It was a pretty long time ago, and the video is kind of outdated. It's missing a lot of stuff. And it's pretty bad, so I decided to make a better one that will have some better stuff inside it. So yeah, let's get started. Now, before we actually make the texture pack, there are some requirements that you need to have for it to actually work. Now, first of all, you will have to have Minecraft Java Edition. This will not work on Bedrock Edition, and Bedrock Edition includes Pocket Edition and Windows 10 Edition. I'm doing this on version 1.16.5, which is basically the same as 1.16.4, but it will work on everything up to 1.13, as long as you have the Optifine mod installed, which I'll also leave in the description. Now, another thing that you'll need to have is a painting program. Some examples are Photoshop, GIMP, and paint.net. I'm going to be using GIMP, but all of those will work. Also, I won't be including the actual painting of the textures in this video, but you will need to use the program to actually paint yourself some textures. And finally, you will need a text editor, and I'm going to be using the one that is built into Linux. And if you have Windows or Mac, then you will need something else. Some examples are Notepad++ and brackets, but if you have something else that actually can write code, then yep, that works. And now the first thing that you will need to do to make this texture pack is you will need to press escape, go into options, resource packs, and I have cleared out all my resource packs for this video, and all you'll need to do is open the pack folder. Now, this will bring you to your resource packs folder, and here we will make our resource pack. First of all, you need to create a folder, and you have to name it whatever your resource pack's main name will be. I will call mine Random Mobs, because that is what my resource pack is going to be named. You can name it whatever you want, like the name that you want of your resource pack. Now, inside here, you'll need to create two things. One of them is an assets folder, and the other is a text document, which is going to be called a pack.mcmeta. Make sure you spell all of those correctly, and make sure you use no capital letters inside the actual pack. The name can be capital, but everything inside cannot be. Then you open up your pack.mcmeta, and here inside the pack.mcmeta, you will have to paste in this code. This code tells the game that this is an actual pack instead of just a bunch of files inside of your resource packs folder. The first thing here is the pack format. The pack format is the thing that tells the game what version this pack is made for. And here is a list of the numbers that correspond to which version. And under here, the description is what you want to be placed under your pack. Once we go and check out the pack, you will see what the description does. And for this, I'll just put your description here, and you can put anything as long as it is in these quotation marks. Yeah, you can put in anything. Then don't forget to save it, and you can close it up. Then after you save the pack.mcmeta, go back to the files and open up assets. In assets, you will have to create a folder called Minecraft. And then in the Minecraft folder, you will need to create another folder called Optifine. And then inside the Optifine folder, create a folder called Mob. This is going to be the folder that all of the textures and the code is going to be for our pack. And the reason it has to be in the Optifine folder is because we are using Optifine, and Optifine can only read texture packs from that folder. So you have to put it in the Optifine folder and then the Mob folder. Then we will have to actually go back to .minecraft, which is a file where all of your Minecraft things are located. Then go into Assets, Minecraft, Textures, and then choose Entity. Now, inside the Entity folder is all of the textures for the mobs in Minecraft. Now, you will have to pick out the mob that you are going to be doing. I'm going to be doing a pig, and as you can see over here, the pig is in a folder. But if you are doing, let's say, a skeleton, then that will be in a folder. But if you are doing something like a guardian, it will not be in a folder. So make sure to find the texture that you are doing and see if it's in a folder or not. Then, if it is in a folder, we will have to create a folder back in our area over here. We need to create a folder called pig. If you are doing something else, let's say a creeper, you make a folder called creeper inside here. But if you are doing something without a folder, you just paste the textures in the mob folder, like over here, without making another one. And that is what you need to do for this pack, or else it will not work. Now, inside the pig folder is where we will paste in our textures and then make the code. So here are the textures of the pigs that I am going to be using. This is the regular pig. This is a muddy pig from Minecraft Earth. This is a kind of like a wild boar. And this is a zombie pigman, but it is in a pig. Well, it's a pig instead of a pig man. So it's like on 4 legs and stuff. And this is how you need to make the textures. Just make a name called, like, for example, pig.png and paste it in. But then rename it and make it into pig1.png. Add another texture, make it pig2, pig3, pig4, and if you're doing a different mob, then do that 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is how you are going to be doing the textures. And then you also need to paste in the code, which is going to be called pig.properties. Of course, if you are doing a different mob, it would be called like creeper.properties, or I don't know, chicken.properties, or like whatever you are doing. But then you need to open up that text file and you need to edit the code inside it. Now, inside the pig.properties, you will need to put in this code. We will first start with just the pigs being random based on just randomness, not a certain biome or their name. So what you need to do is put skins.1 equals 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you are doing more or less, then just remove the 4 or just add a 5. But we are doing 4, so it's going to be like that. Then press enter and do wait dot. And here is where you are going to be doing something different. Instead of doing the number of the pigs, you actually get to choose the weight. So, and the weight, this is how it works. For example, we want the first 3 pigs to spawn equally. We put 5, 5, 5. But if we want the 4th pig to spawn rarer, we can put 1. And so these are going to be 5 times as common as the 4th one. But if we want them all equal, we can put them all 5 or them all 1. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to be doing it like this because I want the 4th pig to be rare since it is a zombie pig. And you can put any weight you want. By the way, before I forget, you need to put weight.1. And you cannot put a different number unless you are doing something different. If the skins.1 would be skins.2, then weights.1 would also need to be renamed weights.2, and since that's how it corresponds, but we are doing 1, so it's 1. This is going to be more useful when we are going to be adding names, since we would need more of them, and we would be doing things like skins.2 or 3 and stuff like that. But for now we only have 1, so we can keep it at 1. Then you can save it, and now we can actually go to the game, inside the game, to check out our new pigs. Now that we are back in Minecraft, we can turn on our resource pack. And this is what I was talking about when I said the description. So that is the main name, which is the name of your texture pack, and this is the description, which is under your texture pack. Then you can click on it and turn it on, and when we click done, it will turn on our texture pack and we can see the pigs. We can press done, back to game, and I have a pig spawn egg here that we can use to spawn some pigs. Currently, you see that all of the pigs are being random. And we might not get the zombie pig. Oh, never mind. We got it. It is over here because it is very rare. Since we got 3 that have like 5, which means they are very common, and 1 that has 1, which makes it like even more rare since like all 3 of them have 5, not just 1. And if we look around, we have all different kinds of pigs. And one thing to note here is that the like flower on the muddy pig won't show up. Since the flower is like 3D, but the muddy pig is 2D, it will not show up. And other parts of like the pig, like the tusks, no, they are like flat. But in the next video that I will be doing on this series, which is about different like random mobs, next time I will be doing something that will show you how to make random mobs that have a custom model, which is kind of like a combination of my custom model video and this video. So stay tuned for that. But basically these are the pigs. We have the boar, the basic pig, the muddy pig, and the one that is very rare, the zombie pig. So these are the pigs. Now let's go back to the pack and modify it so the pigs will show up based on their name. Now I am back in the pig.properties file because I am going to show you now how to make the skins based on the name instead of the weights. So I'm actually going to keep the weights because I still want the pigs to be randomized. But if you name a pig, it will change. If you don't want the pigs to be randomized and instead you want the pigs to just be one, like the regular Minecraft texture until you name them, then you can just backspace and you will remove that file. But I am going to keep it because I want the pigs to be a like certain like skin already. So to make the randomized textures into named ones, we need to do skins dot 2 equals 1. Why can't we do all 4 at the same time? Because each name corresponds to a certain pig, which won't work with multiple pigs, so we have to make multiple of these like skin areas. So under the skins, what we need to add is name dot 2, because it's the second one, not the first one, equals, let's just make it pig. And if you name it pig, it will get the basic pig texture. Now press enter again and make skins dot 3 equals 2. And here we can also make it name dot 3 equals, because it is a muddy pig, let's make it muddy like that. And then press enter again and make it skins dot 4 equals 3, because it's 1, 2, and 3. And also we need name dot 4 equals, and for the fourth one, because it's a boar, we are going to be calling it boar. And then finally skins dot 5 equals 4, and name dot 5 equals, it is going to be equal, let's see, it is zombie fight, so let's call it zombie, like that. Okay, so that is how we make the code, and now we are going to go in-game to test it out. Actually, before I go in-game to test it out, there is one important mistake that is in this code. The thing up here, which is the skins and the weights, is actually going to mess up the whole thing. So we need to change all of these, like 2 needs to be changed to 1, 3 needs to be changed to 2, 4 needs to be changed to 3, no, not 2, 3, like that, and 5 is going to be changed to 4. And the reason I'm doing this is because, oh wait, we also need to change this to be 5. And the reason that I am doing this is because if they actually come in like a certain order, so if the skins and the weights is first, that means that it overrides the name, so it doesn't matter what name it is, it's just like if it's that skin, it's that weight. And if you want it, so just it's not it doesn't look weird, you can just do this. No, not like that. You can like copy those and paste them in the back. And if you do that, it won't look weird since the 5 is in the front. And then save it, close it up, and we will check it out. Now that we are back in game, I am going to show you how this new pig thing works. First of all, we have to reload the texture pack. And once we have, we shall now check out the pigs. First of all of the pigs are still randomized and not really anything has changed with that. But let's see. Now if we name a pig pig, it turns into a pig. And also one thing, if it doesn't work for you, make sure you got all of the capitalization correct inside the game. So because I didn't do any capital letters, I have to make the name tag without any capital letters too. But if you did use, for example, the first letter is capital, then you need to use that. It is case sensitive. And now let's take another pig and name it Muddy. It turns muddy. And that's actually really cool. Now if we take boar, it becomes a boar. And that guy was zombie, so it's actually pretty rare. But now that you can name it, it doesn't become that rare anymore. And if you name it zombie, it becomes a zombie, which is very cool. I think this is probably one of the more useful ones, and I think it's like really fun. But I think the most useful one for me right now is probably going to be the biome-based one, which is definitely my favorite. But yeah, hopefully this is useful for you. And now we're actually going to go back to the text file to make it work for biome specific. We are back in the text file. I will show you how to make this biome specific. First of all, we need to remove the skins and weights over here because we do not need it and it'll just mess everything up. We can add it later if we want like every other biome that we did not add to have a random pig, but for now I am just going to be doing this. Now for skins.1 equals 1, we first need to remove the name, and instead we need to write biomes.1 equals, and this time we need to get the ID of the biome. Now, most biomes are pretty simple, it's just the name of the biome, but things like the Nether and the Badlands, they have special IDs, so I'm going to leave a link in the description to the ID of every biome. Okay, so for the first one, we actually want it to be forest. And like that, we write down forest, and we can move on. We want a different biome for now for every different like pig. And okay, let's go for the second one. Biomes.2 is going to be equal to beach. Now biomes.3, let's make it into let's say plains. It is going to be plains like that. And for the fourth one, biomes.4 equals, and for the fourth one, I think I'm going to be using river. Now, I know these don't really make sense. I'm just using different biomes, but let's save it and then go back into game and check that out. Now that we are back in game, it's time to check out the pigs. First of all, we need to refresh again so the pigs get reset. And it's time to check them out if they turn out to be biome specific or not. Now I immediately see that there are only boars and pigs here, which is a good sign since boars are from the plains and pigs are from the forest, and this is specifically a forest and these are plains. That is a very good sign. Now let's go to a river, which is here, and see if we get the correct mob. And we actually do get the correct mob as long as we actually spawn them in the river. And they might be cross-passing with the like plains or forest over here. But technically everything is correct and we are getting pigs that are zombified in the river. Now the next thing that we are going to be doing is the beach, which is here. And yes, we do in fact get the muddy pig on the beach. So yes, the biome specific thing is working. But before I end the video, let's go back to the text file, and I'm going to show you some tricks on how to make biome specific more detailed and stuff. Now that we are back in the text editor, I want to edit a little bit. Now, so basically we have these singular biomes, but I kind of want to change this a little bit. Now, what I'm going to do is, instead of making skins for spawn just in the river, I'm actually going to be bringing skins 4 up into here on the top and adding it over here. So, in the biome of the forest, both pigs 1 and 4 can spawn. But now that the river has opened up, we're actually going to be adding that to the biomes of the pig 2, which is the muddy pig. Then let's add river over here, and to add another biome you just make a space, and if we want to add another one we'll make another space, but we do not, so these are the 2 biomes. And this is the biome 1, which is the forest. So this is how our new code is going to be. By the way, if you do want to add another thing, if you're making a pack, for example, you can do something like skins.4, and let's say we have a 5th skin. Just for example, we don't actually have one, but if you do, and then you can name dot 4 is going to be equal to, let's say, tree. I'm not sure, whatever you want to name it. So if you want, you can do that. Just make sure to put that instead of the bottom, you put it on top, because names are very important and they must be put immediately on the top if you want those names to work in the biomes. Otherwise, you can put it on the bottom. Another thing that you can do is, let's say we put that away and then put 5, 6, 7, and then we can do weights, and let's say dot 4 equals 5, oh no, not like that, 5, 5, 1, and if you want to do that, that means in every biome except the ones that you listed already, there will be a pig of either skin 5, 6, and 7. Make sure you add the textures for that though. But we do not have the textures, and we really don't have enough pigs for this, so we just have this, and in other biomes, the pigs will just be the normal vanilla pig. Now let's save this and go back to game, and let's see how this works. Now that we are back in game, we need to reload it, and we can go and see what pigs we have done. So over here on the beach is where muddy pigs spawn. Let's also actually go to the river and see if the muddy pigs spawn here too, and they actually do spawn here in the river and also on the beach. And if you want to check what biome you are in, press F3. You will see that this is what biome you're in. It says it over here, biome Minecraft beach, and if we go here, biome river, and yeah, so the pigs that spawn there will be those pigs. Now if we go to the plains over here, this will spawn the boars, since the boars spawn in the plains. And I actually should have done that the opposite way, since boars are they should spawn in the forest. But anyways, pigs spawn in the forest, and zombified pigs also spawn here, but they spawn way more common since we did not add a weights there. But if you want, you can add a weights.1 equals, let's say 5, 1. It'll still make it more common since there's only 1, and it'll just make it every 6 pigs that spawn, one of them will be a zombified pig, but that's how it should be, but it's not guaranteed. But yeah, it kind of works like that. And if you want to do it like it was originally, where they were super rare, you need to put it 15 and 1, since 15 is way rarer. And that actually is the end of the video. Hopefully you learned something from this and you can use this for your own texture packs or whatever you are making. And if you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, turn on notifications. If you don't watch my previous video, please do that. And I'll see you soon for another video. Bye-bye.